Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. And today we talk with Patti Handy, and she's joining us from Los Angeles. Patti Handy, a certified life and executive coach, author of 4 books, specializes in advising divorced, widowed, single women, overwhelmed and embarrassed and frustrated when it comes to finances, investing, and money. So, Patti, what do you see women fearing the most?
Thank you, Tom, for having me. I appreciate it. And all the way from LA to Brazil, I love this technology. What women fear the most, overall, I see that women fear uncertainty, instability. There is a concern, especially those who are soaring solo in life, who are divorced, widowed, or single, that it's all on them and they've got to make these decisions financially on their own. And typically the husbands took care of the finances, so they are now managing everything on their own, making decisions. So it's just the uncertainty of their future, their retirement. Will they have enough money? Will they run out of money? They don't want to be a burden to their family. So it's just those fears of uncertainty really is the crux of the main conversations that I see.
And to that, you mentioned the future, right? The future, as I see it, the future is longer than most of us think, right? Mm-hmm. And it's certainly longer than most of us have planned for.
Yeah. The medical technologies today certainly are extending our lives, which is a wonderful thing. But yes, we don't know how long we will be here, and we don't know how long our money will have to last us.
Right.
So there is if you're limited income with Social Security, or if you're lucky enough to have a pension and no other source of income, you are basically depending upon your portfolio. And so it's that conversation about, will that portfolio really last me, and how long will that last me if I'm here for 10 years or 40 years? There's a big variant there.
And so this is something, your advice is it's ongoing. It's not something you sit down and write out in Excel once and forget it.
No, not at all. It is an ongoing conversation. Certainly you have to understand where you are today, where you want to be by when, as far as, if you're there, a desire to retire at a certain age. And then if you do retire, if you have any other income, are you going to work part-time? Are you going to have any other sorts of income on the side? Do you have, real estate residual income? We factor all that in, but life changes, life happens, and things, just continue to change, and the journey is different for everyone. So yes, it's one of those conversations that at the beginning, it's a little bit more heavy lifting at the beginning, you could say. And then as things progress, we're just sort of maintaining life, if you will.
And to that, mobility is also a factor. Many persons aren't where they thought they should be or could be or would be. And so and you're looking at the United States. You have clients throughout the country, or is you're focused on the West Coast?
I am the country. I can absolutely help those anywhere within the United States. I can certainly help people worldwide when it comes to life coaching and navigating divorce and navigating living on your own. Obviously, with the currencies different and the investing, that's a different conversation. But life is life, worldwide. So.
I agree with you. When you talk about the world, you may just be talking about an exchange rate, but the challenges are basically the same everywhere.
Right. We all have those same concerns. Will I outlive my money? Will I, be a burden to my family? I was speaking to a friend's mom recently who's 93, and she's going to be going into assisted living because her husband passed away. And essentially she's looking at her home equity to pay for this, to pay for this assisted living facility. Now, fortunately, she'll have plenty and she'll be fine. But if you go into one of those facilities, that's quite expensive. So, like you said earlier, as you get older and you need some help, whether you're bringing in a caretaker to your home or you're reaching people in those assisted living facilities, it's not a cheap endeavor.
No, that's true. And I'm looking at your site right now, and I see you offer a free roadmap and also the training. So this roadmap helps persons get an overview of their present situation.
The roadmap is basically the 9 modules that are in my Minding Her Money course, but it is the 9 areas of life that you should focus on with regards to kind of getting back on track, and those areas that you should focus on in terms of, getting your financial house in order, and actually your personal house in order as well. There's a lot of talk about self-care and our money storing, our relationship with money, which is a big factor in our wealth. If we have a bad relationship with our money, it's going to affect our decisions and our habits when it comes to our money.
Well, I guess that could also serve to help a family talk about money, because what I see in family situations, people don't like to come face to face with a money talk.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And money rules are money rules. This information is applicable to really anybody, any, male, female, it doesn't matter, but it is, my focus is dealing with the women who are on their own. I'm a single divorced mom. And so I understand that journey of what it feels like to be going through life on your own. So, and I have a heart for that, but yes, the money rules are the money rules. And this conversation should happen, within couples, and life happens as well. If one of the spouses takes care of the money and the other passes, and one is left not understanding where things are at, that's dangerous. I've seen actually too many situations where the spouse passed unexpectedly, and the spouse who was home, was here with us still, had no idea where statements were, where their balances were held, what accounts they had, and they were just in the dark, and not anything on purpose. It was just one spouse took care of it, and so now you're dealing with not only the emotional loss of your spouse, but now you're dealing with trying to figure everything out from a financial side, which is a serious challenge.
Well, ideally, women specifically, should reach out to you even before they've run into personal life-changing challenges.
Yes, I think that being proactive is far better than being reactive. So getting yourself situated financially and in life is definitely a place of peace, financial peace, confidence. I think is another area that I see that women are kind of struggling with. And if you have that confidence, then you can have that conversation with your husband or your financial advisor, or if you're on your own, you have that information, and it just puts you in that empowering position.
Very good. Well, Patti, I want to thank you for sharing your information and time with us. How can our audience find you?
Thank you, Tom. My website's the best place to go. It's just pattihandy.com. It's Patti, PattiHandy.com. And I do offer a free ebook. Download it, Swimming, Soaring Solo. And you can grab it there on the homepage.
Very good. Well, thanks again.
Thank you, Tom.
And again, for our audience, it's Patti Handy, Patti, the last name Handy, and the site is pattihandy.com. So Café Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at focusmi.com. Talk to Tom, talk to the world. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.